Hello beautiful humans, my name is Taryn and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about all the books that I want to read this fall season. Now, I have 17 books on this list. Is that a lot? No. Is there a lot more books that I will probably end up reading that are not on this list? Yeah, for sure. But these are like ones that stand out to me, like give me the fall vibes, are hopefully going to make me feel the fallness. You know, I live in Florida. It doesn't get cold ever, but like we don't get seasons here. So I like to dive into fall books to give me those feelings. So let's talk about what I have on here. Now, please don't ask me why any of these scream fall to me. I don't know. Thank you. All right, first we have The Kiss of Deception by Mary E. Pearson. This is the first book in the Remnant Chronicles, which is the series that you're supposed to read before Dance of Thieves and Vow of Thieves. And I really want to read those two books before the end of the year, so I need to get through this series first. The cover gives fall. It's like orangey red. I don't know what these are about, so I'm not going to try to tell you. Next we have The Serpent and the Wings of Night. I've heard really good things about this series, or this duet. Is it a duet? Yeah, the Nightborn duet. This is by Carissa Broadbent, and something about, you know, fantasy-ish. Ooh, human or vampire. Oh, that makes it even more fall-y. Vampires, automatically Halloween, right? These are massive. There's a second one that I already have as well, and that one is even bigger than this, but it's just like tall and big, you know? Like, look. Next we have Hollow Heathens by Nicole Fiorina. One of my bookish besties, Kylie, read this book and she has been raving about it ever since. And if I don't read it this fall, she may possibly stop being my friend. So we have this one. You know, it's black and it's beautiful and it gives very Halloween-y. I'm trying to leave my like thrillers and stuff for last because like thrillers just give fall vibes to me. Like just very like, not really spooky-ooky, you know, but just like Halloween-y. I don't know what I'm saying. I want to read My Best Friend's Exorcism by Grady Hendrix. I have not found a Grady Hendrix book that I love yet, but I'm still on the hunt for it. And this cover is perfect. I love it. And I'm really hoping I will love this book as well. I also really want to get to The Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. This comes after the Shadow and Bone series, which I've been reading recently. I have the last one, Ruin and Rising, to read this month, so then I can go right into this one. I've heard that this is so much better than Shadow and Bone. So that's exciting because although I loved Shadow and Bone, the second one was a dud for me and I'm kind of scared to read the last one in the series, but everyone is saying that this is so much better. So here we go. I don't have the second one yet in the series, but it's fine. I really want to read my first Stephen King novel, and I grabbed Fairy Tale the last time I was at a bookstore. I don't know why I grabbed this one, but people said, you know, it's not his like best work, but I'm quite absolutely terrified to read like his horror novels, you know? So this is, I think, his like kind of fantasy. I don't know, there's a haunted shed, and then the guy dies and like leaves the kid next door the shed. I don't even know, it's just haunted. I think it just leads to another world type of thing. Print is kind of small. Oof, I'm like both excited and terrified to read this book. Corrupt by Penelope Douglas. I have read 2 Penelope Douglas books so far and they have both been wild in like the weirdest best ways, and I'm ready, I think, to dive back into another messed up world of Penelope Douglas's mind. I know this is an entire series, which kind of sucks to start towards the end of the year since one of my like goals, my reading goals this year was to finish any series that I've started. But, you know, I do think that I have to start it. I do think so. It's a dark romance. I know that. And most of Penelope Douglas's are like dark and twisted. Legends and Lattes. I couldn't decide if I wanted to read this more in like fall or winter, but I've just kind of decided on fall. And if I don't finish it, then this one can move on to winter. Everything else will probably wait until next fall. I'm so annoying. That's fine. But this is a very cozy fantasy. It'll be my first ever cozy fantasy. And I just feel like, you know, November time with that hot coffee and reading this sounds perfect. I love that mostly all of these are like fantasy. And I do feel like most people correlate fantasy with winter, but I have always correlated fantasy with fall. So strange. But we have From Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I've heard both good and bad things about this whole series, but I just feel like I need to read it and see what it's about. You know, I want to have my own thoughts on the series. The little blurb on the back says, captivating and action-packed, From Blood and Ash is a sexy, addictive, and unexpected fantasy perfect for fans of Sarah J. Maas, Laura Thalassa. I don't know the last person, but we love SJM here, so. Okay, I think this might be like my first and only romance that I have in here, not including fantasy romance. But we have A Love Letter to Whiskey by Candy Steiner. I am obsessed with Candy Steiner. She could do no wrong in my eyes. This book, however, is massive and that scares the crap out of me. But I think this has like 2 books in it or something, somebody told me. Yeah, so it's A Love Letter to Whiskey and then it has Love Whiskey. And I think it's like the same story but told from the other person's point of view. Which I might read, I might not read. I might literally just read the first half of it. We'll see. I was told to just read the first half, but I don't know. Oh no, it's a love triangle. I saw him first, but it didn't matter because he saw her. He was my best friend and I was his. We couldn't be together, but we couldn't stand to be apart. And if you're not truly lovers, but you're so much more than friends, what exactly are you? Oh no, it's gonna break me. All right, we also have The Maidens by Alex, last name that I can't pronounce. The cover is orange, so, and black, and that is fall to me. That's all I got for you. And then the last one that's not a thriller that I want to read in fall is Suicide Notes from Beautiful Girls. I've had this on my TBR for more than a year now. And it says, they say Delia burned herself to death and her stepfather shed. They say it was suicide. So I guess this might actually be kind of a thriller or like a mystery. I think it's YA. It was in the YA section, but of the used bookstore, and sometimes those are in the wrong spot. But we have this one. And then for all of my thrillers that I have on my TBR so far, we have The Girls in the Garden by Lisa Jewell. She wrote Then She Was Gone, and I really liked that book. So I found this at the used bookstore as well, and I picked it up. This has also been on my TBR for like a year. We have Not a Happy Family by Cherie Lapina. This has just always been, you know, when you get those book of the month ads, this is always one where like, I have this recommended for you. I don't know. So I grabbed it. Good marketing. The Maid by Nita Prose. I feel like everyone went through a phase of talking about this and I missed the mark and didn't read it during that time. So now is a good time to read it. We have Never Tell by Lisa Gardner. I've never read a Lisa Gardner book. I did think this was Lisa Jewell when I picked it up. It's not though. So this might be my first one by this author and we'll see if I like it. And then the last one that I have is The Dark Lake by Sarah Bailey. And I found this at the used bookstore when I was just kind of like buying a bunch of stuff. And it's a thriller, so I picked it up. The lead homicide investigator in a rural town, Detective Sergeant Gemma Woodstock, is deeply unnerved when a high school classmate is found strangled, her body floating in a lake. And not just any classmate, but Rosalind Ryan, whose beauty and inscrutability, I can read, I promise, exerted a magnetic pull on Smithson High School, first during Rosalind's student years and then again when she returned to teach drama. Okay, this kind of gives like It Girl vibes, or In My Dreams I Hold a Knife, like when the It Girl, you know, like the head honcho, the most popular girl, like dies and then everyone's trying to figure out who killed her. That's what this gives. So we'll see if I like it. I don't really know, but those are the 17 books that I would like to try and read this fall that like give me the fall vibes. I don't really know. A lot of books are also coming out this like fall season that I'm so excited about. Like I just kind of put myself on a book buying ban and I had to write in the terms that are in my head for this book buying ban that no new releases count. So, and like no pre-orders count, because like the second book in the Fourth Wing series that's coming out, oh my gosh, Lucian and Sloane's story from Things We Hide from the Light, Things We Never Got Over, that book is coming out. What is that called? I don't know. It's the purple one. I can't think about it right now and I don't want to look it up. That book is coming out. Oh no, what else is coming out that I'm so excited about? I completely forgot. And then I also really want to start rereading ACOTAR before the end of the year. I should probably start that in the fall, but I also have so many books that I need to read. So like, should I really reread? You know, I don't know. I hope you know, because I don't. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a comment below telling me what books you would like to read in the fall, like what's on your fall TBR. I hope you have an amazing day, night, week, month, and a year. Also, while you're commenting, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you're notified when I post. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye, beautiful humans.